Is there a legislation relating to practicing hypnotherapists in Canada and the US?
In North America, there is very little legislation relating to hypnotherapy or counseling. There are a handful of states that have some legislation. Our graduate students have had no problem practicing in the states, possibly other than New York and Florida, but I'm not positive on that because it keeps changing. One of the things we've done in Canada is through the BC Association of Clinical Counselors, which I'm a member of, we're trying to set up a college of counselors in BC that will create a protected title called counseling therapist. And we've gotten very positive response from different levels of government. We're simply waiting for the government to take action on that, and that will change things for the better in the field. In lieu of legislation, we have our own association. It's separate from the Orc Institute or any other school. It's an independent body called the International Association of Counseling Hypnotherapists. And as I said previously, we've set fairly high standards. We have rules of conduct, we have code of ethics, and we strongly recommend to our students that they be members and meet those standards, which our school does.
Can you explain to me the difference between different designations that various hypnotherapy associations use? It can be a little confusing.
It can get confusing, and one of the reasons for that is lack of legislation. So when you have lack of legislation, you have literally hundreds of groups setting their own standards and coming up with their own designations. And it's hard to sift through all that because you could have a designation that has the same name in one group and another group and have them mean totally different things. So one of the things I recommend if someone's looking for a client, especially in the province of BC, is that they go to our association website and look through our database or talk to me directly and I can give them a referral and at least they know what our designations are. As far as other associations, every association sets their own, so it's really up to the person researching this to look into it and find out exactly what the designation means specifically.
Is your school registered with the appropriate government bodies?
This is a question that gets asked a lot, and it can be very confusing. There's one government body in BC, okay, that's the PCTIA, and they have two levels of registration. They have, all schools in BC have to be registered. It's optional to be accredited. In order to be accredited, a school has to go through quite an extensive process of audit, of showing exactly what they teach and how they teach it. They get evaluated on many different levels. It takes approximately 6 months to a year to finish that accreditation process. So by the time a school is through that, they've been pretty thoroughly looked at. And if they do get accredited, it has some weight. Okay? We're the only accredited hypnotherapy school in BC. To clarify that, the other provinces outside of BC don't have an accreditation process. They do have a registration process. So we are the only accredited school in BC, hypnotherapy school.